Hi guys, welcome to this new episode of my off-grid utilization analysis. Um, as you all are aware that I have three arrays, as you can see. Today is the 2nd of April, and it's been a beautiful day, though there's been overcast in and out. And right now, from this particular chart controller, as you can see, the voltage is going to 46.3 and the amps it's going to 21.7. For some reason, sometimes with this particular chart controller, anytime the amp is going above 30 amps, it just stops, and it doesn't bring up current any longer. But for some reason today is really exceeding my expectation, because I can see it going up to 33 amps, which is really great. One of the things that I did was that I removed one of the solar panel and I added it to this one. Previously I had just two solar panels connected to this one. That's 400 each panel connected in parallel, and that gives me 800 watts. But because I noticed that this seems to be stopping whenever the sun comes overhead and it becomes very high, maybe the amp is about to exceed like 40 amps, so it just kind of like throw current back and stop the current from flowing into the battery. So because of that, I removed one of them, put it to this one. As you can see, even this one is blasting 23, 24, 25 amps right now. If you can see that on the bottom right corner right there, and even here you can see the voltage from the solar panel, and right now it's 28.4 amps, which is really great. And here is also going up to 21.8. Now this one had to step down because the battery here is also showing full and it just floats charging right now, so that is why this is not throwing up. This will actually step down its current input into the battery. But if this one should go down, let's say I turn this off right now, this will actually shoot up. And and the next thing I want to do here is, because I've been contemplating changing this particular chart controller, so I'm just going to take you through the unboxing process of the new one that I bought. I actually bought two. The second one is not arrived yet, but one of them is here. So let's get started. So this is the new chart controller that I received, and on the description here it says it's branded SolarFans, and that's the model number. The peak current is 65 amps. It also detects any of this voltage level. If you want to go for the 36 volt, you have to manually select it on the interface. That's the dimension, the kilogram, net weight, gross weight, whatever, although it's not ticked, but anywhere within that range. So let's open it up. We've got the manual as usual, got all the information right here, and let's just bring this up. So we've got the box itself, the machine, and there you go. And on the inside you've got the screws to hold it down, to mount it, and you've also got the battery temperature, or the temperature sensor, I should say. That's it. Now personally, I don't think this is different from the other one that I'm using. I think it's made by the same company, but with different design, and not 100% completely different design, but almost similar, because you can see it, and the interface is almost similar as well. Now what I'm trying to show you is this. Let's bring this closer to this. As you can see, the interface is just about the same design. Look at the fan, though this is a little bit smaller compared to that. This one is 65 amps, this one is 60 amps. It can take up to between 18 to 150 volts, and if you come on this side as well, this can take up to 150 volts. And 60 amps if you look at the data sheet there. And the same thing here, if you look on the vents right here, this one is bigger, this one is smaller. So you just imagine why they have designed it this way. I don't really trust that it will be able to do that 65 amps, but I'm going to put it to a test, as I'm going to be bringing all the 4 panels on this one, and I'm going to connect them to this particular chart controller, and see if it can do what they say it can do. We've got all the interface, the temperature sensor goes there. If you want to connect it to the data cable here, and you've got your solar input here, positive and negative. You've got your battery, positive and negative, and if you want to connect the load, you will need to take this panel off. It has some screws here. Take this off and you'll be able to put in the cables and then put it back on just to protect it. So that's what I can see here. If you look at the interface, look at it, the boltings, I don't think there's any much difference between them. I think we're still looking at the same design. If you look at the panel here and this one, the same. Now I'm a little bit, I don't really have strong confidence in this, but looking at the quality, I'm not sure if they are the same though. This is a little bit dent, but there's nothing like putting things to try and see how it goes. Hopefully it's gonna work fine. This cost almost like 200 pounds, and I've got the second one of this one coming up as well. The reason why I actually purchased the second one of this is because this particular one, now I have a watt meter here. This watt meter supply this charge controller. However, when I look at the real-time amps on the bottom left there and the amperage coming in here, the amp here is higher than the one coming through from the solar panel directly, because this is coming directly from the solar panel. Now, but when we look at wattage, the wattage that this one is receiving is actually lower compared to what is coming here. So this amp here is higher than what is coming here, coming in through here, but the wattage that is coming in from here is higher than what is this one is recording. So this energy meter doesn't seem to be giving me accurate, or maybe this charge controller is functioning in a different way. So that is just my own take for now, but so far it's been working perfectly fine. I do not have so much load on it, just at 1070 watts solar panel I've got on it. Nothing that massive, but so long as it's working fine, I'm okay with it. But talking about the design, I still think they are both the same thing, but stick out. I'll be sharing more details with you guys as I install both of them. I'm going to compare them and benchmark them with each other and see how their performance is going to look like, because I'm going to be increasing the number of solar panel within the next couple of months or few months, so to say. Thank you guys. Cheers.